up, guys? Want to shoot a super quick video and talk about my non-drinking experiment because I'm 5 months in, I think almost to the date, August post-WeFest, like August 10th, here we are January 12th. It is so ridiculously easy for me not to be drinking. Like, I couldn't have even imagined this. Hang on, I'm really thirsty. All right. And after a little bit of self-analysis, I think I know why. If I look back, and I think there will be some value for you in this video, when I look back, in college, I didn't drink in high school because I was really bad at hockey, but I really wanted to be good at hockey, so I thought not drinking would help in that mission. Maybe it did, I don't know. So I started drinking in college. I was really excited about it, right? Like that feeling you get on like Thursday afternoon, you know you're gonna go out, or like Friday afternoon, you know the weekend's coming, and like the getting ready and like pre-gaming and drinking and all that, like it's really fun, it's really exciting. And I'm not just talking the first semester of freshman year, like all through college, I really enjoyed drinking and going out and like being drunk and hanging out with people. I don't think I necessarily ever loved alcohol, like I wasn't like super into craft beers or like into how to mix a perfect drink or make new cool drinks. It was just, I just liked drinking because of the effect it had on my body and the fun that I had when I was drinking. Post-college, probably more like 24 to 28, in that time period of my life, I didn't have that same level of excitement. I didn't get pumped up. I would go out because that's what you do on the weekend. That's what my friends do. That's like what the people I'm hanging out with do. That's what coworkers who are normal do at happy hour. And it wasn't, I don't even want to call it peer pressure, but it was just literally, it didn't seem like there was another option. It didn't seem like not drinking was a thing. I don't know if it's society, it just didn't seem feasible. Though in the back of my mind, it didn't make sense to me. I didn't have a reason for it. If I look back at old journals, I would like wrestle with this in my mind. I'd be like, what are the pros and cons of drinking? I remember having conversations with one of my buddies, Dick Talons, when he was going out hard like every single night, and we were talking about the pros and cons of drinking versus non-drinking. He's like, I've thought about it, but people who don't drink are just weird. I'm like, yeah, but why? I'm like trying to drill down and being like, what's the upside? Like so there's more social fluidity, so maybe it helps your dating life. Hint, after the last 5 months, it doesn't, or it doesn't have to at least, because being sober and initiating sober and going through those things sober just becomes the new normal, and you become better at it. But I would wrestle with the pros and cons of drinking versus non-drinking, and it never seemed to make sense in here, but I never heard someone else say that it doesn't make sense. And the answer would always be like, if I would ever propose the idea like, hey, I'm thinking of not drinking, they'd be like, well, that's kind of extreme. Why don't you just try not drinking so much? And I'd be like, well, what's the point in that? Like, I don't like mixing the like pretty drinks. I don't like the feeling of having one drink. I don't like the taste of beer. I don't want to have a glass of wine in the evening. I would rather have ice cream for that number of calories, or just in general, I would rather like my indulgences come from other places. The taste of alcohol isn't even on the radar. The feeling, the like buzz feeling of like not very many drinks but drinking doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. It just makes me sleepy and lethargic and unproductive and like with less fire and less spirit. Which is why I set up the 1 year thing, because that's a way, in hindsight, that's a way to quit alcohol that's socially acceptable. Like, oh, you're quitting for a year? Good job, cool experiment, like try it. Part of me knowing that I might come out of this thing and be like, fuck it, I just don't drink. I have no interest in drinking. And in 5 months, here are the downsides. There have been 2 to 4 times when I'm hanging out with my very best friends who I don't get to see very often, and what we do historically is get drunk and be idiots and do dumb shit and like hang out and bond. And I love that. Those are some of the best memories of my entire life. Like some bachelor parties, some college weekends, having my best high school friends come and visit. But other than that, other than those specific times, and those times are few and far between now, right? Like I'm 28 years old. Most of these buddies I'm referring to in the Midwest, like fiancés, wives, babies on the way, like we're just in a different place in our lives. So the downside really isn't there. I think it's important to note that if I still had that college feeling, if I was still 19 years old, if I had the feeling of when I was 19 years old, when Friday hit, if I was fired up to be like, can't wait to go to Penny Farthing with Dingo and like hit on girls and dance and like drink and take shots. It's gonna be really fun, and there's gonna be people out in this part of the city and people out in this part of the city, and I can't wait to go see them and like it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good time. I would still be drinking alcohol. Like I have nothing against it, but that just doesn't appeal to me. And I definitely have other vices, right? Like even in this 5 months, I haven't been completely like clean or straight edge. There have been brain drugs and productivity drugs I've screwed around with. I don't really smoke. My lungs can't handle smoking. Like I'm much more of an upper guy if I was to fall down the wrong path than I am a depressant, or I don't even know what weed is, but it's not really my jam. But yeah, like everyone has their, I don't even want to call it a vice, because that is too negative a connotation, but like the things they indulge in, like ice cream, or like things that are negative, that might be negative, things that you can't stop doing to a fault. And one of mine is definitely craving positive external feedback, which I've been, like, if you go deep in the blog, you'll see articles I wrote about that where I'm like trying to reason myself out of it. But knowing that using social media is primarily to reach people and to put my message out there and to help people and to like grow a business, even though that's kind of becoming less of a priority, weirdly, there's still a part of me that's like, how many likes on this photo, or just how much feedback, how many likes on this video, how many dislikes on this video, why is that guy saying, do you even lift, faggot, pussy, bitch? Like, why did he leave that mean comment? I want that anonymous YouTube user to like me, right? Like my it's not an Achilles heel, but if we were all to have 7 Achilles heels, one of mine would be craving positive feedback from people, from girls. I was Snapchatting this morning about, or I told on my Snap story this morning, I was talking about how I was laying in bed for a half hour because Gary played basketball today, so I didn't have somewhere to be at 5:30. I slept in a little bit, and I woke up, and I didn't wake up with fire. You know what I did? I woke up with Bumble, which is like Tinder, if you're not familiar, and I was swiping, and I don't even, like, I'm not trying to go on first dates and initiate and like meet new women right now at this point. I'm much more content where I am with what's going on there and my grind. But I was still swiping away for a half hour. I was still looking at girls' pictures and profiles. I was still like, right swipe, oh, match, yep, she liked me back, keep going, right swipe, oh, yep, let's go, like, you're so great, like that, right? So we all have, I guess it is a vice. We all have vices, and alcohol is just not a vice. It's just not a priority of mine. I don't derive benefit from drinking in moderation. And 5 months in, it's basically been a breeze. Other than the situations with my best friends I described, it's basically been a breeze. So I hope maybe you pulled something from this video where I sit in front of a camera by myself and talk about myself. Like the video if you liked it, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. You don't actually have to do all that stuff, but you can if you want. I clearly just like express from my heart that it does mean something to me in a sick way, so do what you gotta do. Love you guys, talk soon. Wah! Oh, also, by the way, we're starting a fucking movement here, if you're not in on it. OTR fam, let's go. Ooh, let's go.